Hi friends, thanks again for joining me for story time. Today's story is Voices in the Park. This is by Anthony Browne. Here's our first voice. It was time to take Victoria, our pedigree Labrador, and Charles, our son, for a walk. When we arrived at the park, I let Victoria off her leash. Immediately, some scruffy mongrel appeared and started bothering her. I shooed it off, but the horrible thing chased her all over the park. I ordered it to go away, but it took no notice of me whatsoever. "Sit," I said to Charles. "Here." Look, there's the puppy in the back. I was just planning what else we should have to eat that evening when I saw Charles had disappeared. Oh dear, where had he gone? You get some frightful types in the park these days. I called his name for what seemed like ages. Then I saw him talking to a very rough-looking child. "Charles, come here, at once," I said, "and come here, please, Victoria." We walked home in silence. Here's the second voice. Notice how it's in a different font? I needed to get out of the house, so me and Smudge took the dog to the park. He loves it there. I wish I had half the energy he's got. Look, there you can see Victoria. I settled on a bench and looked through the paper for a job. I know it's a waste of time, but I've got to have hope. Haven't you? Then it was time to go. Smudge cheered me up. She chattered with me happily to me all the way home. Here's our third voice in another font. I was at home on my own again. It's so boring. Then my mother said that it was time for our walk. There was a very friendly dog in the park. See, it's Victoria and Smudge. And Victoria was having a great time. I wished I was. "Do you want to come on the slide?" a voice asked. It was a girl, unfortunately, but I went away. Let me read that again. "Do you want to come on the slide?" a voice asked. It was a girl, unfortunately, but I went anyway. She was great on the slide. She really went fast. I was amazed. Two dogs raced around like old friends. The girl took off her coat and swung on the climbing bars, so I did the same. I'm good at climbing trees, so I showed her how to do it. She told me her name was Smudge. A funny name, I know, but she's nice. Then my mother caught us talking together, and I had to go home. Maybe Smudge will be there next time? Remember, look, this was the mother from the beginning. Fourth voice, an even different font. Dad had been really fed up, so I was happy when he said we could take Albert to the park. Albert's always in such a hurry to be let off his leash. He went straight up to this nice dog and sniffed its backside. He always does that. Of course, the other dog didn't mind, but its owner was really, really angry, the silly twit. Get the owner from the first perspective. I got to talking to this boy. I thought he was kind of a wimp at first, but he's okay. We played on the seesaw, and he didn't say much, but later on, he was more friendly. So this must be from the girl's perspective. We both bust out laughing when we saw Albert taking a swim. Then we all played on the bandstand, and I felt really, really happy. Charlie picked a flower and gave it to me. Then his mom called and he had to go. He looked sad. When I got home, I put the flour in some water and made Dad a nice cup of cocoa. And if you look real closely at the mug, you can see there's 2 dogs running in the park. So that is one of my favorites because it teaches us all about perspective, right? It taught us 4 different voices, and they all had different fonts, and they all had different stories about the day that they spent at the park. Even though they were all there at the same time and they were all there together, they all had different experiences. I hope you enjoyed this, boys and girls. See you soon.